Today we're going to be going over the things I've done in Python these past weeks. First we got print function. A print function is used to print a line of text, characters, and even spaces on a screen. And then a string is a sequence of characters enclosed in either single quotes, double quotes, and strings are used to represent text, characters, and spaces. And just to help us create a cohesive text, we use escape keys. So backward slash n is a new line, backward slash t is tab, like an indent, and then backward slash single quote is to single quote, and the same for double quotes. So I got print hello world over here. So it's gonna print hello world, and then we have print backward slash n. It is Wednesday, and then backward slash n again. So it's gonna create two new lines, and then after that we're gonna put this is a tab, and we're gonna tab it with backward slash t, and then we're gonna put another backward slash n for a new line. Down here further we got to quote, I like turtles all the live long day, and then we have a couple variations of those with single quotes and double quotes. Works all the same, it just helps. And then we got these two double quotes, which is going to create spaces. So let's clear this and then run it. It should, hello world. Then there's that new line. Then it's Wednesday, new line. And they got the tab right here. And then to quote, and then all the two quotes over there. Alright, the next thing we did was declaring variables. And now a variable in Python is a name that stores something of value that you can use in the code. And it's like a container that holds data that you can use throughout your program. And declaring a variable involves specifying it with a name and a data type, and optionally assigning it an initial value, which will make it available to even use in the code. So a couple variables we have are name, first name, last name, age, height, is student, and is teacher. So name obviously is going to be my name. First name is we're gonna put my name, my first name, and then last name is gonna print my last name. Now age is different because we have to have an integer. We cannot have anything else. So an integer is just a whole number. So if you don't have a whole number here, it won't really work. So age is gonna print my age. Height, it's gonna print my height, but you might be thinking that's not an integer. You're right, it's not. It's a boolean, and what helps separates that from a whole number is that decimal kind of solidifies it. Is student, the value is true, so it's gonna print is student true, and then for is teacher I'm not, so it's gonna print false. Now down here we're using a hashtag calling out variables, and that just tells us what we're doing down here. So we print name, last name, age, height, is student. So it's gonna print all those. So let's run that. So it said my name, my last name, my age, my height, and then true for that I am a student. Up next we got concatenating strings. Concatenating strings is string concatenation is the process of joining two or more strings together, kind of like a chain, and end to end to form a single new string line. And this is commonly done in programming using the plus sign operator. Casting is another thing we'll use with concatenating strings, and casting refers to the process of converting a value from one data type to another, also known as type conversion. So we got some things over here. We got first name, last name, age, and month born. And down here we have concatenating using the plus operator. And so it's going to print hello, my name is plus first name plus quotes plus last name plus quotes the period. This is just so the plus operator is just going to connect all of these, and we'll see it in the finished print. So, and then we got string, and then age, and that's just gonna hold it all together. Because if we didn't have those, it would make it unstable and wouldn't work. Syntax error. And then we got years old. Next year I will need. We got the age +1 because it's a year from now, and I'll be 17. So we would need +1 from 16. And then candles on my cake. So, and then the print using the comma operator would be my name is first name last name. I will need Mike. So it's basically what we just did up here, just without these right here. So let's go ahead and print that. There you go. It says, hello, my name is. I am 16 years old. Next year I will need 17 candles on my cake. Then down here it says basically the same thing. My name is. I will need 17 candles on my birthday cake. Next up is input function. Now the input function in Python is built-in function used to obtain user input. So like every time you fill out a form or give a website your name, that's kind of what this is. So it pauses the program execution and waits for the user to type something in. So name equals input. What is your name? It's gonna wait for you to type something before it responds, and the response will be whatever the programmer made it. So the input function always returns a string, as I just said. So it will just print another response, or it will take you somewhere else. So if you want a number, you'll need to cast it using the integer or float. Now the float is the one where it says it has the period in it, so it's 5.6. That would be a float. That's how you contain it without it being a whole number or integer. So you got print \n, so that's gonna print that new line. Welcome to the Blue Devil app. It's just a test run, obviously. So we got another \n that's gonna print new line again, and then we got a indent right here. Please answer the following questions. And so we made the questions be: was your first name, last name, age, and grade you are in? And we give them options because this is talking about high school. And we got values over here: first name, last name, age, and grade. Just to connect it, you have to connect it to something. So those are the values we have. And then down here we got print welcome, first name, last name to the Blue Devil app. I see that you are whatever age you put in, years old in blank grade at Gull Lake High School. It creates a new line. Then you got new other values down here: hobby, favorite vacation, favorite food. So it's just gonna ask you what is your favorite hobby, favorite vacations you've been on, and favorite food. And then down here it's just gonna Mr. whatever your last name is. I see that your hobby is blank, your favorite food is blank, and lastly your favorite vacation was blank. So we went ahead and printed it. It's asking me what is my first name, so I'm going to type that in. Enter. What's my last name? Enter. Age. Grade am I in? I'm in 10. It's going to say, welcome to the Blue Devil app. I see that you're 16 and in 10th grade. Although it doesn't have the TH at the end, so it kind of sounds weird, but it's fine. What is your favorite hobby? So, video games. Favorite vacation I've been on? I went to Maine. Favorite food? Let's just keep it simple. I changed it. Alright. Shrimp. Alright. Mr. See that your hobby is video games and your favorite food is shrimp. And lastly, your favorite vacation was Maine. That's important. We gotta fix the code a little bit, but we need a little space right there between games and. But I mean, works the same. So that's input function. All right. Next we got if, elif, and else. The if, elif, and else statements in Python let your program make decisions like choosing different paths based on if a condition is true or false. So, and this would be the Boolean data type. So important notes that you take away from this is that you must indent, aka nest, code inside each block, usually 4 spaces or 1 tab. You can have multiple elif blocks. The else is optional but runs if no other condition is true, and So we got if condition 1, do this if condition 1 is true, and the same for elif, but instead it's condition 2. And then we got if condition 1 is false. And then else is if do this if none of the conditions are true, which is talking about the if and else statements. So conditional operators, also called comparison operators, are what make your statements even work. They compare values and return your true or false for another line. So returning to another line, it's basically just if this is true, then it will just do that. But if it's false and it doesn't return it, this means this will never pop up. It will just come up with an error. So some of the operators we have is equals, not equal, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Pretty much used in the same way that it's used in math, not really any different. The print down here is new line, what letter grade will you receive if new line value grade equals integer and input, and it will say enter your numerical grade, so we'll input that, and then we get the if, elif, and else states, so it's basically just talking about our grades. So if we run this, it says enter your numerical grade, and let's say I got an 85. It says I got a B, because 85 is greater than 80, but I didn't get an A because I didn't quite get 90. So if we run that again, just enter another input. So let's say I got a 55. Means I got an E, because down here couldn't really see it, but it says you got an E, but it doesn't have a number in the else statement because it doesn't have to, because it's everything else. So even if I would type in a 4, like let's run it again. If I type in a 4, it's gonna come up with an E. But let's try 91. I accidentally did not type 91. 91. There we go. Let's say I got an A because it's above 90. And that is what if, elif, and else statements let you do. So it's basically, this is used in if you want to do a GPA calculator. They will use that sometimes. So, and that's it. Thank you for watching.